guys, my name is Jacqueline. I am a corporate flight attendant and welcome to my YouTube channel, Jacqueline Travels. In today's video, I'll be talking all about why I like working turns. And if you're not familiar what a term is in flight attendant lingo, a turn is working a trip to a destination, you turn right around and you come home on the same day. They are also referred to as out and backs. A few months ago, I had made a video and it's called The Pros of Being a Flight Attendant. And I had a bunch of viewer responses. You guys asked me, why would I like working a turn when I can have a great layover somewhere? I feel like it's common if you hear the term layover, you automatically think a paid vacation in an awesome destination. What's not to love about that? But truth be told, there are some things as bad layovers. Now, due to coronavirus, I probably would be grateful for any layover that I got, just because this is the longest stretch of time since I've been a flight attendant that I've been at home. So I would definitely appreciate getting to be out on the road. But truthfully, sometimes it's just better to be home. So in case you couldn't tell, I'm actually talking to you guys on a layover. I'm here in a hotel, but I'm gonna be talking about the benefit of working turns rather than having long trips and having layovers. So as I mentioned, due to the coronavirus, I'm not really getting out as much. I'm not exploring as much. I'm definitely not socializing. And I've been at home. I've had minimum exposure, minimum outings, and it's really given me time to reflect. And before we even get into it, I just want to say, it's not that I'm not grateful to be on a layover now. I am super excited. This has been a wonderful layover. I've enjoyed all of my time here. And as a corporate flight attendant, layovers are something that I generally do look forward to. I can only name a handful of destinations that haven't been my favorite places and maybe I don't want to travel to. But in this video, I'm not going to talk about layover destinations. I'm just going to talk about my schedule as a corporate flight attendant. So my first positive reason for loving working turns actually started about 4 years ago. And I was going through a really hard time. My dog got really sick. The countdown was on with how much time I had to spend with him. So instead of needing to take a leave of absence or miss work to get quality time in with my dog, I was able to work turns. So what I would try to do was go to work very early in the day and get home at a reasonable hour so we could have some quality nighttime together. And so it was really important for me to be home every single night just so I could have that cuddle time with my pup. I definitely didn't want to miss out on any time, but I also knew that I had to make an income. So some days I worked just 4-hour turns, which would keep me out of the house generally for 6 or 7 hours. And some days, if I knew that my dog was with my sister or had company, I would try to work longer turns so I could make a little bit extra money. But the important thing is I was working a turn. I was there in the morning. I was there in the evening. I had many, many good final hours with my wonderful dog. All right, another benefit to working turns besides not missing out on daily events is you don't have the feeling of being overwhelmed when you get home from a trip. And I'm on a layover now. I've been away from my home for a few days, so that means my home chores have not been done for a few days. Granted, I'm gonna put the disclaimer out there. I have a wonderful husband who is sitting at home while I am away. He keeps up with the housework. I don't wanna say that he's doing nothing because that's not the case. He's fabulous. But there are some of my personal chores that I do on my own. And being removed from my home for a few days takes me away from all of that. So on top of having maybe just laundry that's already sitting at home that I need to do, I have all of my layover laundry that will add to that. Or even if it's not just household chores or laundry or any of that fun stuff that comes with home ownership or living on your own or even just being a renter, there are just some things that I can't do when I'm on the road. Some businesses are open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and perhaps I need to physically go into that business to get something done. But of course, I will be on the road Monday through Friday or even Monday through Wednesday, and then I'm cramming in trying to make something happen on a Thursday or a Friday. Working turns also kind of just makes my life feel more normal. The general population has a Monday through Friday 9 to 5 job. So weekends are for socializing and getting together and doing all of those sorts of things. So working turns, I would try to do it Monday through Friday. This way I had my free time when my friends and family had their free time as well. So I almost felt like a normal person with a normal job. And I think also it benefited me health-wise because I was home every night, so I was able to bring fresh food, or I didn't have to think about food that I was gonna pack or spend too much money at restaurants every time I had a layover. And there's definitely something to be said about having a normal schedule or almost a normal sleep schedule. Generally, turns are done throughout the day. Granted, when I was a flight attendant, I would do a lot of red-eye turns and be gone like 9 p.m. through 5 a.m. And for a while, I loved that. And to me, that schedule was normal. I was able to have a routine and I adapted and felt healthy. So whether your schedule is a morning schedule or an evening schedule, you can just really benefit yourself and benefit your health by having some sort of routine. On layovers, you don't always get that luxury. You stay in hotels and they're noisy, and sometimes the hotel is really far from the airport, so that drive time cuts into your rest. And there's just a lot more that's involved when you have a layover compared to when you're doing a turn. And that brings me to my next benefit, which is hotel avoidance. Now, as a corporate flight attendant, I have definitely stayed in better hotels than when I was a commercial flight attendant. And what I mean by that is generally the location is better. We are a little farther removed from the airports. It's maybe a 4-star hotel rather than a 2 or 3-star hotel. And some of that is due to me needing to have available resources for my job as a corporate flight attendant. And some of that is just due to the places that we fly our clients. I could be working a great contract trip or Part 135 trip and fly my clients to Bora Bora, and there are just wonderful places to stay in Bora Bora. It's not like getting on a commercial airline and not really having a lot of seniority and having to stay in, I'm just going to use the example, Columbus, Ohio. I have no bad feelings for Columbus, Ohio. I've had a lot of fun layovers. That's just the first place that came to mind. And I think you could all agree, Bora Bora sounds a little more fun than Columbus, Ohio. Just to keep the video short and sweet, I'm going to give you one last reason why I like working turns as a flight attendant, and that's just because packing is so much easier. I've been out of practice on having layovers. I've had to double and really triple check myself when I've been packing, especially before this trip, just because I've only had 2 overnights since March. And before the coronavirus, I was staying in hotels all the time. If you frequent my channel, you know I had 5-day trips pretty often. So I was used to packing for a week on the road. And then suddenly the coronavirus strikes. I'm at home for 6 months. I actually forgot where I even put my suitcase. And so having to come up with a new packing routine and making sure I had everything I needed was kind of a stressful event the first few times that I had to do it. When I work a turn, I either bring a big Toomey tote or I do have a turn bag specific for just day trips. And I'll throw some extra makeup in there to freshen up. I will throw extra undergarments in there in case a plane breaks down, and just one casual outfit. So it's very easy, it's very light packing. You don't really need to think too much about it. When I'm packing for a trip, I need to remember phone chargers, all of my makeup, all of my hair tools, my nighttime skincare routine, my daytime skincare routine, books to entertain myself when I'm on a layover. I like to bring some snacks. This way I'm not always spending money in the hotel little kitchenette areas trying to buy some food if I'm hungry in between meals. It's just a lot more involved. So turns are perfect for the lazy packing flight attendant. Okay, so my final and probably most important reason for being home kind of goes back to my first reason, but I love to see my cats every night, and I love to see my husband every night. And there's just something to be said for being at home in your own bed. And we've all had this feeling. I know you've probably taken a vacation and you were somewhere that was amazing and it was such an exciting experience. But then when you get to go home and sleep in your own bed and wake up with all of your things around you, you're like, oh, this just feels so good right now. I hope this video was insightful for you guys. Let me know what your ideal flight attendant trip would look like. Would you want to do a turn and go to the airport and come home to your own home every single night? Or would you rather be on a layover? And it might not be a good layover, don't forget. So on that note, that's where I'm finishing my video all about flight attendant turns and why I like working them. If you guys have any questions, comments, thoughts, or concerns, please let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to leave me a thumbs up for this video, and please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. If you guys are looking for me on social media, at Jack Travels, that is JAC Travels, that's my Twitter handle, and Jacqueline Travels is my Instagram, just like it is here on YouTube. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.